Shalom, shalom from Jerusalem. We are in day 305. 305 days of war against the terrorist group, not only terrorist group Hamas, but against the Houthis, against Hezbollah, against the terrorists in Iraq, in Syria, and Iran. 10 months, we're marking 10 months since the beginning of this terrible war. It was the worst massacre since the Holocaust against the Jewish people. And so what are what are things like in Israel? Unfortunately, we're living with anxiety. We don't know what's going to happen. It's calm right now in Jerusalem, but they're pounding in the northern part of Israel. But we're anxious because we don't know when Iran is going to attack. Iran, the supreme leader of Iran, Khamenei, has said that they are going to attack Israel in retaliation for killing Ismail Haniyeh and their terrorist group, terrorist leader in the heart of Iran, in Tehran. And so they feel like they're forced to retaliate because this assassination took place in Tehran. And so the people are feeling vulnerable. They're feeling like, okay, our enemies can hit us inside Tehran. So they're feeling weak, and so he feels like, okay, he's got to show his strength and how's he going to do that? Attacking Israel. But they've said they're going to do it since last Thursday. So been waiting since last Thursday to see. We don't know what's going to happen. So we're living with this uncertainty for several months. For several days. And so it's people don't realize that this is a serious situation, because the last time Iran actually attacked Israel directly, 350 missiles were launched. And if it wouldn't have been for God as our Iron Dome, this nation would have been destroyed, because 350 rockets were launched to Israel. And Israel's not that big. And if it wouldn't have been for the Abraham Accords that President Trump brought to this area, where Israel made peace with Bahrain and the UAE, this would have been a disaster. So some of these nations were involved in the interception of these missiles, and the United States was also involved, and Saudi Arabia and Jordan. But actually, Jordan has said that if Iran does attack Israel, that they wouldn't be involved this time around. So we have the commander of the United States, Kurilla, in the area. He's been meeting with the Israeli IDF leaders, military leaders of Israel, and now I think he was in Jordan either yesterday or today, meeting with the leaders of Jordan to convince them so that they will be involved against Iran if anything happens. And the United States has also sent 12 F-22 Raptor planes in case Iran would attack. And on the other side, we have Putin. He flew to Iran, and he's been meeting with the leaders of Iran, and he has offered their help in case this war would escalate into something major. So, so this anxiety, this uncertainty, is also part of the psychological warfare that these terrorists um, have been launching on Israel because we don't know what's going to happen. So it's like, so they say that's what they wanted to do against Israel. And so we have, for instance, uh, the countries have asked their citizens in Lebanon to leave Lebanon because this conflict might escalate to a major war. And so hundreds of people are leaving Lebanon. And so if if this, I mean, this war could end right now if the terrorists in Gaza would give up, surrender, and return their hostages. That's it. Israel doesn't want anything more than that. And if Hezbollah would stop launching rockets and missiles, which they've been doing for 9 months and even before that too, this would end. And Israel doesn't want war with with Lebanon. And if the Houthis would stop launching rockets and missiles from the south, and the small cells, terrorist cells inside Judea and Samaria would stop this rebellion and these terrorist attacks, I mean, this war could end now. So that's what we got to pray for. Um, we have to be here close to home. We have to be close to bomb shelters in the next few days. And we have to kind of like wait on what's going to happen in the next few days. Um, the UN organization in southern part of Lebanon is also withdrawing, which is kind of crazy because they were there to keep the peace between Israel and Lebanon. And if they would have enforced the UN resolution, which declared that the southern part of Lebanon was supposed to be demilitarized, then we wouldn't have this problem. Hezbollah, the terrorist group Hezbollah, took over the southern part of Lebanon, and they've been launching rockets from there. So this is what's happening here in Israel, and we pray, and we ask for you guys to pray for your nations, especially the nations that have gone against Israel, and pray for our nation as well here in Israel. Pray for the hostages, pray for the soldiers, pray for our leaders here in Israel, um, so that this conflict will end soon. But I pray and I believe that this will get a little hard or harsh, but once we get over this hump, uh, we're gonna have what a commander called the golden age of Israel. And another friend recently said that after going over this hump, things would get better between the Jews and the Arabs. So this is what we pray for, and this is what we're looking forward to. And so we wish you guys shalom. See you next one. Bye-bye.